Hey, you guys, and welcome back to My Messy Life. I'm Heather P. This is episode 2, Hollywood. Okay, let's get into it. But first, can we talk about episode 1? What'd you guys think? So, I got a mic. I was listening to episode 1 and it had a lot of echo. So, I'm hoping that this will be better and you guys could hear me better. But did anyone go and see the video on YouTube? If you have not, I have to say, I highly suggest that you do. It is freaking hilarious. So the captions, the subtitles, they do not go with my lisp or my accent. So let this be the first of many apologies to everybody out there. I am really going to try to speak more clear and hope that the captions will actually print what I'm saying. So let's see what happens with that, shall we? But anyway, I unloaded a lot in episode 1, especially about my feet. And yeah, the feet. So hope I gave you guys a good giggle. And I hope you guys enjoyed my babble. And on to more fun babble. So episode 2, why is it Hollywood? Hollywood. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm in my element with this mic. And why is it Hollywood? Okay, this is why. So from birth up until like 10 or 12, everybody I knew called me Hollywood. Everyone. I mean, it even went to the point of, on Christmas and birthdays, I was getting a microphone or a mug that was like, Hollywood, reach for the stars, Heather. Stuff like that. So it's because, can you guess? Can you guess? I was always on. Always, you guys. I loved acting. I loved getting into character. I loved dressing up and making up plays. I loved dancing. I loved to lip sync. I could not carry a tune for the life of me, but didn't stop me from trying. And what people would say, embarrassing myself. My grandpa used to do like this low alto type singing, and I've inherited it. It's more just for fun. It's like Figaro, like that. Yes, and I do that in public, people. So yeah, I was always on, and VHS was big, camcorders, and I remember my biological dad got one, and I was like, what should we do? Like, let's make plays. Let's do, also all sorts of stuff. And talent shows. I tried to get into all sorts of talent shows. I remember one, I wasn't a pageant person. Remember, I'm Gen X. My mom was like out living her life and making up for her lost times. And I'm like, okay. So it was talent shows for me, guys, not like pageants. Plus, I was like 50 to 100 pounds overweight. So, and I know that sounds like a big jump, but I fluctuated. Okay. And everyone kept telling me, well, you'll get taller. I never got taller. Anyway, so I did talent shows. And I remember doing one, and we did it with a surfboard. I had some skateboards. I had some skateboards. And yeah, we did it to the Beach Boys, Surfing USA. And we made up our own dance, and we lip sync or sank, or however you say that. And it was great. We won. It was fabulous. I loved it. You don't win anything but bragging rights, which was great. And then I did another one to A Little Shop of Horrors and the dentist scene. So we made up a whole choreographed dance to that and a whole play to that. And we got into character and dressed up. I got into character. And we won. And then that was in another school. And then I went to another school. Because remember, you guys, I went to a lot of schools. I think I was in 8th grade at this time. And our teacher paired us all up to do a movie. And I think it was for drama class. And we were able to use the Mormon church right next to someone's house for Saturday and Friday to film this. And you guys, I have to tell you, I loved it. I loved every minute of everything about it, from filming to the costumes. I was the crazy hotel owner or motel owner. So I had a few scenes, and it was super fun. I loved it. And then at the end of the year, they did Oscars, which was great for the whole school. And I was so excited. It was like dress up. They were going to have this whole like step and repeat thing. I was like, oh, this is my element, you guys. I'm Hollywood superstar. And side note, I wasn't able to go because I got suspended. And it's funny, I got suspended because I did a protest. Oh my gosh, it was so silly. So the eighth graders before us got to go to, like, I think it was Raging Waters. And that was a water park we used to have here. We don't anymore. And I was really upset. Well, everybody was really upset that we weren't able to go because the eighth graders before us ruined it with their behavior. So we were all upset. So we, like 20 of us, decided to do a walkout during school, which is illegal if you didn't know. And we walked like 2 blocks, or maybe even like it was like 5 blocks, to the grocery store because we were so thirsty, you guys. Protesting is a lot of work. And we needed poster boards and markers. So we got that and we went back and we protested. And because some of us, the teachers knew who we were, namely I was one of them, we got in trouble and suspended for 2 weeks, and we weren't able to participate in the Oscars. Though I was nominated, I wasn't able to win. I did get our second place, which I will take. The fact that I was even nominated and they allowed it to continue after my suspension, woohoo. But then you guys, puberty hit, like I said, and it was like 90s heroin chic. And I was not heroin chic. I was not Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I had like the really big high, bangs. And, no, my confidence level at that point, it wasn't great. After that, I had some people tell me with my lisp and my accent, because I was thinking maybe I could be a news reporter or like the weather. And people were like, yeah, with your accent and your lisp, that would be a lot of work for you. Maybe like a vet. You'd be really good at being a vet. Everyone kept telling me that. And everybody was like steering me away from it. Plus, you're in Utah. There wasn't, I was looking too. There wasn't a lot. And the people that were here were like, you don't have the look that we need. So, no. Go lose, some weight, grow a little bit, which isn't going to happen. It was rough. And so, I was like, okay, well, I guess that's not happening. And I did want to be a DJ, like on the radio, but again, that's a lot about who you know. And I didn't know anyone. No, I did not. And if I was a hacker, maybe that would have worked for me. But anyway, so it's called Hollywood, you guys. And I loved it. And the thing of fear had always stopped me after that, because anytime I'd be like, oh, I want to do this, someone would be like, oh, are you sure? Maybe you might want to consider this. Yeah, you don't have the look, or, you don't have it. So, why embarrass yourself? Well, because I want to. I've always wanted to. So here I am, you guys, bucket list and all. And do I have a lot on my bucket list? No, I'm kind of doing my bucket list as I go. I'm very thankful for the time I do have. And like I said, nobody knows when your time is there. So I'm just trying to enjoy every day that I can, which some days are difficult. Like today has been really hard for me. It was a rough night. I didn't feel good last night. My face hurt. I'll tell you guys about that more episodes we get into. It's a lot, but just not feeling my best today. It's a rainy day here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Really rainy. So yeah, excuse me. I need some soda. I am parched. Excuse me. I have a hole in my lip. My goodness. Okay, so that was my nickname. And then after, that kind of dropped by the wayside. Nobody thought I was going to do Hollywood anymore. The name kind of dropped with it. And it's funny, I never told my husband that. And I think my BFF knew about it. But it just, it felt unreachable, unattainable. And so I just, whatever. And then my husband actually found out about it a few years ago, probably like 5 years ago, when my sister was like, yeah, we used to call her Hollywood. And at the time, which I tell you, I don't get embarrassed very easily, but I actually got embarrassed because I'm thinking to myself, why would he think like Oh, I would want to be Hollywood. Like, I could be Hollywood. I mean, now I'm thinking, why can't I be Hollywood? Why not? Why not me, you guys? Because I'm not blonde and, 5'10" and have all my teeth? Is that why? And my toenails aren't there? Is that why, you guys? And I have wrinkles? And I don't wear makeup? And I dress sloppy? Okay. Let me tell you, it took me a long time to get here. Okay. I used to dress up all the time. Like I told you, I used to wear makeup all the time. I did. And there wasn't a day that you would catch me without makeup. And now I'm to the point where it's like, I put on the makeup and it makes all the lines appear. Now I see all these great TikToks. I see all these great Instagrams, infomercials with the spray-on thing. I mean, I even know women who actually use the spray-on thing. I still see your cracks and I still see your dry spots. You don't look like a filter. And when I put it on, I still see it. And then it feels like a few hours later, some of it's even matting. I've used Bare Minerals, which I really do like, but it only stays for so long. And like I said, my face is crooked right now because of my health issues. And I just think it points it out a little bit more. And I think I have noticed people notice it more when my makeup is on. And it does make me subconscious because I'm like, I feel like I have to tell them, oh, well, I've got this issue. And then and lately I've been like, no, I don't care. Go ahead and stare. Yes, go ahead and stare. I think I'm beautiful. And it's taken me 40 something years to get here, you guys. So I'm going to applaud myself. And I enjoy being comfortable. I do like dressing up. Like if I'm going to go out like to dinner or if I'm going to go to lunch or something, I do like to try to look, my best. Like my grandma always put in my head, she's an old school guy. She was like 1922. She was born. But she'd always say she'd say a lot. She would always tell me stop eating. And that's the other thing. In the 90s, okay, guys, I'm not completely stuck in the 90s, but you have to remember, like, I was raised in the 80s and 90s. But I have to say it was very heroin chic, like I said, and there was a lot of eating disorders. And I even had friends with, who had anorexic and bulimic issues, and not my story to tell. But I was close to it, and especially people my age. It was just... But nobody ever spoke about the eating disorder I had, which was overeating. Did anyone ever have this issue, or is this just me? Like, to me, it was, I have a problem. Where's the pint of ice cream? Like on the movie, you'd see, oh, she broke up with the boyfriend. Let's get the ice cream. Okay. Or, I had a bad day where the Cheetos, the food made me feel better. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was eating my feelings. And it was funny because it wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny now. I would go out to dinner with like my grandma and the family, and that would always turn into a shit show all in itself. But that's another time. You had 3 girls, right? Anyway, she would always say, Heather, you don't need the bread. Let's skip the bread. Or if we went through McDonald's, she'd be like, get the chicken. It has less fat. Or just the chicken nuggets because it doesn't have bread. Like all those things. But you're still taking me through McDonald's and I'm like 10. And she could cook. This woman could make anything from scratch. Oh my gosh. The most amazing cook I honestly have ever tasted. Ever. And I've been to some great restaurants. And when we went to restaurants, she would want to meet the chef. Like she had a skill. A freaking skill. But she would be like, stop eating. And then she would bless her heart. And she would tell me, Heather, if you lose 100 pounds, I will buy you a whole new wardrobe. I tried, you guys, but I was eating my feelings. I'm like, I'm fat. Eat. I need a Big Mac. I'm fat. Oh, wait, I need a chicken. Give me chicken. You know what I mean? So I don't know if anyone ever had that problem or if this was just me. But yeah, that was, yeah. I know. And I guess if it was easier, I always thought that too. Boy, it would be so much nicer if I could just not eat. If I could just look 100 pounds like the heroin chic and not eat, then maybe I could actually get to Hollywood, or maybe I'd get discovered in the mall. Because wasn't it always in the mall, you guys, that people would get discovered? Where did they get discovered? At the mall. They went to the mall. And do you remember in the mall too? Do you remember you could go do a tape of your own song? It was like a song of like Whitney Houston, one of her songs, but you could sing it. You remember that? And then you'd send it in. People would send it into recording. If I could totally sing, you guys, I was on that. I did do it. I couldn't carry a tune. Like, I mean, I knew it when I did it, but I thought maybe if auto-tune was around then, I would have auto-tuned the heck out of it. I would have. But I was more comedic, and I still am, because I think laughter is the best policy, especially with grief. I've had a lot of grief in my life, and I've got to tell you, laughter is like the number one healer, and it is important for everyone to laugh. And that's what I mean about the joy in your life and the little, like, you can't go all the way throughout the day thinking positive affirmations all day. It's going to make me happy. No, I mean, it is going to lift you up. Yes, we give positive affirmations to our children and to our kids. We're like, you're smart, you're beautiful, you know this, you're strong. We do it now to our friends, like, you got this. Pull up your big boy, big girl, whatever panties. You can do this. And like my grandma would always tell me, at this time, anxiety, nobody acknowledged anxiety. Are you kidding me? It was, get it together. The world is turning. You're going to miss it. Stiff upper lip, chop, chop. That's how I was treated. Like, there is no such thing as anxiety. Get it together. And I am thankful because I did have strong women that had to get it together and had to have a stiff upper lip. And if they didn't, then, the world will crumble around them. And I mean, I could feel that. I feel that here in my soul. I mean, especially being a parent. If you're a parent, sometimes you feel like you have the weight of your shoulders or the weight of the world on your shoulders. I know what I'm saying. I really do. But yeah, so Hollywood, that's it. I'm hoping that I am no longer allowing fear get to me. Now I got to tell you, it's hard. People have asked me, like, you're doing a podcast? How do you have time? I don't really have time. If I did have more time, I'd probably have a glam team and a script and an office, which one day I am so hoping to have. That would be so amazing. That is my goal for sure. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. And I think I got a good another 10 years left. And I think I can totally accomplish at least reaching 50 listeners. Let's not get crazy here, but I don't have a lot of time. And like today, I was out in the rain today running errands. I had to go to the grocery store. I've got a whole bunch of boxes to unbox. I've got my, you guys wanted to just hear my rundown. I mean, I have doctor's appointments this week. I've got a lot going on. And I thought, no, if I don't sit down and do this for like 20, 30 minutes, I'm not going to get it done. And if I sit here and listen to it and edit it over and over, fear is going to get in my head. And I just got to do it without thinking. So if you're watching this and you're like, yeah, YouTube right now, by the way, at My Messy Life YouTube, you guys go check it out. If you're watching this and you're like, oh, she should maybe put on some makeup, or her face is crooked, or, I do know that. Thank you. And maybe one day I will put on makeup and you guys can tell me if it looks more crooked or not. That would be nice if I even have a listener. And if I do, thank you. Because I don't even have followers on TikTok, you guys. So if you'd like, I would really love it if you went to TikTok, My Messy Life. Go follow, like some videos, share me around. That would be awesome. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel right now. So I'm going to make time. I'm going to do my best to get these out weekly, at least 2 to 3 a week. Today being Monday, I'm going to get this one out, and then I'm going to do episode 3, hopefully later today if I can find the time, if not tomorrow. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoying Hollywood, and let's make Hollywood happen. You guys help me with my bucket list and my dream. I'm on my couch and sometimes it's not as comfortable. But help me with my dream of, getting out there in Hollywood and getting my voice out there. I mean, I think my voice is pretty decent if I try really hard. or I can do soft and sensual. Or we can do how you doing, y'all. I mean, we can do so many different things. And oh, I did have one talent I have to share with you guys before I go. This is funny. So somebody asked me once, they're like, okay, I know you like to act and, you know, I get that, but do you have like any other talents? I'm like, well, I can kind of dance. And I mean, I have some dancing experience, not a lot. And I was like, and then other than that, I took some Taekwondo, but no, other than that, and they're like, just anything. And I remember it was for a talent show. And I was like, I do have one. I do. And I did this at a sleepover once. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? And I was like, doesn't everyone know how to do this? Because I swear everybody knows how to do this. Okay, here we go. Now, if you want to see what I'm doing, go to YouTube. My Messy Life, guys. I'm plugging away. Plug. Okay, you ready? Here it goes. That's so sad. No, everyone can do that. I know everyone can do that because everyone can make that noise, that, you know, where you kind of like block your airway with your tongue and it makes that noise. And then you just beatbox it the best you can, which that's the best I got, you guys. A little bit of beat in there, a little bit of box, a little bit of spit. I know. It's something, okay? I hope, if anything, that brought joy to your guys' life. I also got my hair done. I got it a little bit darker. I like the dark. I'm having a hair day. It looked like curly today. It was super cute. But then I went out into the rain. And this is where we're at. So, yeah. Yeah, and I'm puffy today, you guys. I'm a bit swollen. I didn't get a lot of sleep. So, this is what I look like on a day-to-day basis. And I think I'm beautiful. And I hope you guys look in the mirror every day. And I hope you guys look at yourselves. And I hope you guys say, you know what? I'm badass bitch. And I look amazing. Or if you don't like the B word, you know, I start to swear a little bit more when I feel comfortable. So for all y'all that don't like that, I apologize. But on the flip side, I'm comfortable with you. So, hey, I got that going on for me. All right. Anyway, so I hope you guys did enjoy my episode 2 of Hollywood. Let's go make this happen. And I hope you guys do come back for episode 3. I'm going to keep you hanging. You never know what it's going to be. Just saying. Okay, so I'm going to try to leave you guys with something at the end of these each time. I'm trying to find a sign off, a thought, something. Right now I'm doing kind of like either like a fun Utah thing that I think is a Utah thing, or I don't know, a little bout of joy that I had in my day or my week. So today I'm going to do a Utah thing. And my Utah thing is that I have realized recently, actually in the last like 8 months, my daughter's orthodontist actually pointed it out to me. So he went to school back east somewhere. I think it was like Ohio or somewhere. And he's like, did you notice? Because when he came in, he said something to me and I said something back. And it had guys in it. And he said, do you notice that a lot of Utahns say, hey guys, how's it going guys? Yeah guys. Okay guys. Just guys. Guys. Okay guys. Yeah, I spelled that right. Oh my goodness. It's a Monday. Anyway, and I said, you know, I didn't really notice that. Do I do that? And he goes, yeah, you just said it. And I was like, oh, wow. So it brought me to realize, oh my gosh, I do actually say this a lot. And I did notice I say friends a lot, but that's because I forget people's names really easily. And I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but I will meet you and I'll be like, oh, your name's Claire. And I'll repeat it because I've been taught like that's a good way to remember. Yeah, no, it's gone. It's in, it's out. I'm sorry, what was that again? And then I'll try to like fish for it. And then I'll have to ask you. And I'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad with names. But like the 5th time of me asking you, I'm so sorry I'm bad at names. I'm just on to friend. Hey, friend. It's great to see you, friend. What's up, friend? It just works better. But that doesn't necessarily mean I don't know your name. I actually like to call people friend. I think it's just a really positive and friendly thing to people. And I think it makes people feel good. So, but anyway, Utah thing is hey guys. So if you actually watch episode 1, you're going to notice that I do say hey guys or what up guys, or I use it a lot. And if you listen to this one over again, you'll hear it too. Anyway, so that is my Utah thing. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed my messy life, and I hope you guys come back again real soon for episode 3. All right, I will see you guys soon. Have a good week and stay positive. Bye.